A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant move that has sparked considerable debate, President Donald Trump announced on Monday the signing of an executive order aimed at eliminating the cashless bail system in Washington, D.C. This decision is part of the administration's broader strategy to combat crime in the nation's capital, a priority for Trump as he gears up for the upcoming election. The executive order directs federal law enforcement to prioritize holding arrested individuals in federal custody and threatens to withhold federal funding from jurisdictions that continue to implement cashless bail policies. Cashless bail, which allows individuals to be released from custody without paying a monetary amount, was designed to create a more equitable legal system for low-income defendants. It aims to prevent the unjust detention of individuals who cannot afford bail, allowing judges to assess whether a defendant poses a flight risk or threat to public safety before deciding on their release. However, the Trump administration argues that this system has led to a revolving door of violent offenders being released back into the community, with the president stating, "They kill people, and they get out, cashless bail." This assertion, however, is contested by several studies, including a report from DC's Criminal Justice Coordinating Council, which found that less than 1% of individuals released on cashless bail for violent charges were rearrested for similar offenses. Critics of the executive order, including local lawmakers and legal experts, have voiced concerns over the potential consequences of such a policy. They argue that the move could disproportionately impact low-income individuals who may be unable to afford bail, further exacerbating issues of inequality within the justice system. Moreover, legal experts have pointed out that the executive order may require congressional approval to be fully implemented, raising questions about its feasibility. Trump's administration has framed this initiative as part of a broader crackdown on crime, pointing to other Democratic-led cities like Chicago and New York as examples of areas plagued by rising crime rates due to liberal policies. The president has vowed to increase federal law enforcement presence in these cities, claiming that his approach is necessary to ensure public safety. However, critics argue that the data does not support the narrative that crime is out of control in D.C., where violent crime rates have been reported at their lowest in over 2 decades. Furthermore, the deployment of National Guard troops to patrol the streets of D.C. has sparked protests and accusations of authoritarianism from opponents who see it as an overreach of federal power. As the debate continues, many are left wondering how this executive order will play out in practice and what it means for the future of bail reform in the United States. The president's tough-on-crime stance may resonate with certain voter demographics, but it also raises significant ethical and legal questions that will likely be at the forefront of discussions surrounding criminal justice reform in the coming months. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.